Welcome to Late Night Vibes with Anil Sohani here on MTV Houston. Thank you so much for joining us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. It's going down. Episode 18 about to be, about to begin. All right, begin very, very strong. Very excited. I can't believe that this month of January is pretty much wrapped up. It's in the books. First month of the year 2021. Check, we made it. Surprise, surprise, all in your eyes. I love my wife, so I love you, baby. 1 month already into this whole thing. I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm winning an award. You know when you win an award or some sort of, they show on the Oscars or any kind of award ceremonies, the guy's talking for too long and they start playing the music to get him off. Anyways, please don't start playing the music to get me off the studio yet. Very special guest, very times 18, because episode 18 is in town. It's in town. It's happening right now. That's right. Really happy and excited to bring you all out there into my little tight-knit circle. A dear friend of mine who I've known for the past 2 decades. He's a U of H downtown alumni with his MBA, and he's worked his tail off throughout his life from going up the government ladder into now more so focused on working with some of the top corporations in America, in the nation, with their property taxes. And you'll learn more about that as well as a little bit of the real estate markets when he comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have my dear friend and brother from another mother, Hussain Ali, in the studios in just a bit. Can't wait. Like I said, 20 years in the making, this friendship I'm talking about. And here we are today doing our thing and, working together in this amazing city, of course, and in this amazing country. So shout out to everybody in Houston, in Texas, and in America. So, but this is, viewed around the world. And I'm very fortunate to have viewers all around the country as well as the world view this. So again, let's get right into it. Episode 18, and a lot of stuff has been happening in the real estate markets. But I like to look at a little bit more on the funny side because again, just like anything, whether it be current events, news, to the vaccine, everything has to, I got to take it in small doses. I think too much of anything will kill you, and so in moderation. So let's look into some interesting real estate, things that I saw pop up, and I had to do a double take. So let's get right to it. So this house you're looking at right now is a Manhattan mansion that hit the market last year. A 20,000 square foot home, which is modeled after the Castle of Versailles, was bought by the Republic of Yugoslavia as a New York embassy in 1946. But when the Republic dissolved into separate countries in 1992, the property suddenly found itself with 5 current co-owners. That's right, governments of Bosnia, Croatia, Macedonia, or I hope I'm saying that right. I keep thinking of macadamia. Macedonia, or it could be Macedonia, I don't know. Serbia and Slovenia. 5 governments of 5 different countries own this property right here. Which is kind of funny because similar to this property, last 4 years was owned by Russia as well. So, I don't know, we got 2 owners of the White House for the past 4 years. Well, what was going on? 4 years of co-ownership of the White House with Russia. What's up? Also, here we go. This right here, what you're looking at, is the most expensive listing in America, sold at a foreclosure auction. The most expensive listing, of course, in the U.S., 157-acre plot of land in Beverly Hills, listed for $1 billion. That's billion with a B, was actually sold for a mere fraction of that price, $100,000. $100,000. This I cannot believe it. Holy smokes! And again, foreclosure auctions. What are you gonna do? But this kind of reminded me a little bit of the time I tried to take the PlayStation 5 my cousin owns into GameStop to see what it's worth. People are selling it for $1,000 everywhere, but GameStop offered me like what, $5 or something. Why you guys do that? Underselling. Always trying to get the most out of people trying to sell their items. Keep your flyers close, right? This last summer, the Santa Cruz County Association of Realtors sent out a safety warning alerting members to a so-called flyer bandit. That's right, a flyer bandit, emptying the brochure boxes attached to open house signage in several nearby cities. That's right. Looks like people are really getting into the real estate industry in new ways and trying to think of ways to just undercut each other. I don't know. This seems very ghetto. Like you're trying to undercut your competition, so you're going to go and take the flyers out of their bins for their houses for sale. Come on, let's leave everything, all that type of sketchy behavior in 2020, because I'm telling you, 2021 is supposed to be the year that you grow beyond all these childish ways on, I guess working in any industry. So real estate aside, so I don't know, I'm not trying to be like a pastor here or someone trying to lecture you all, but come on, stealing from your opponent's bins for houses for sale, that's ridiculous right now. I think that's a 2020 behavior. Leave it in the past. 2021, simply just take their whole sign. Just take their whole... No, that sounds very petty. I'm not the type to do that. But if I were to ever get into real estate, I probably would, instead of taking the brochures, I would just take the whole sign, all the little signs. That's why I'm not in real estate, because I'll probably lose my license in a matter of a month. The bandit was caught. It was a guy with the TV show who was stealing people's signs. No, I would never do that. But, hopefully you guys are learning from these crazy folks out there. Don't be a flyer bandit. Don't be a bandit of any size, shape, or anything like that. Simply understand what it's like to be a real estate agent in the process, and trust the process. I've learned to trust the process. So we'll learn more about the process and, of course, the taxes and everything that goes beyond real estate and into the property side with my dear friend who's going to come into the studio in just a bit. Hussain Ali will be joining us after a short break we're going to take. And that rhymed. Oh, my goodness. I'm a rapper now. He's going to be joining us. He works with some of the top corporations, as mentioned, in the nation for property tax. So sit tight. We'll be back with more Late Night Vibes with Anil Sohani here on NTV Houston. Be back.
Amazing things for you.
Light up your new year with a top-rated luxury SUV from Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 XT4 Luxury Collection for $319 a month, the new 2021 XT5 Luxury Collection for $399 a month, or the new 2021 XT6 Luxury Collection for $459 a month. All for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
59 और वेस्ट बेलफोर्ड पर है नुक्कड़ ढाबा, जहां के मशहूर जमाना बॉम्बे तंदूरी चिकन, पहाड़ी बोटी, चिकन चटपटा और बटर चिकन तो आप जानते ही होंगे। अगर आप बॉम्बे चाइनीज खाना पसंद करते हैं तो जरूर उनके चिकन लॉलीपॉप और चिकन चिली ट्राई करिएगा। और एनटीवी ह्यूस्टन का नाम लेने पर स्पेशल है $1.99 में कॉर्न सूप। सुबह 8 से लेकर रात के 2 बजे तक नुक्कड़ ढाबा आपकी खिदमत के लिए खुला होता है। For takeout and other inquiries, call 281-575-1178 at the corner of West Belfort and 59, Nukkad Dhaba.
Welcome back to Late Night Vibes with Anil Sohani here on NTV Houston. Thank you so much for joining us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. I can't believe I'm having this guest come into the studio today and do what he's doing, and I'm very, very pumped and excited, and it's one of those heartfelt moments when you get to bring on some folks that you are much closer to than a lot of folks out there in the world, and I try to keep my circle a little tight and small, and I'm very, very happy and excited to bring you all into my little circle, and that includes one of my dear friends who's in the studio with us today, and my next guest, of course. He's a U of H downtown alumni MBA graduate program, and buddies with my finance guy as well. Shout out to Adil and Makwani from M&A Wealth. Also, he's done so much, from managing the government ladder, going up the government ladder after college, and now managing the top property taxes for the nation's top corporations. And right here in Houston, hometown, of course, hometown favorite of Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend, Hussain Ali, come on down. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Appreciate you having me.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for coming through. I know you got a crazy busy schedule, man.
Yeah, it's wonderful being in the studio with you.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Have you done an interview before, by the way, for your work? Or
Nothing along the lines of this.
no?
No, not like this.
All right. Hopefully, fingers crossed. This is the first of many to come. So
Yeah.
that's what's up. So how long have we known each other, by the way, Hussain?
Let's recall. When were we chilling in this chairs after Jamal kind of while we waited for our families?
Oh, after prayer hall and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
been about 20 years at least.
At least.
At least 20 years, man.
It's been a
Holy
long
smokes.
time. And look where we are now.
Right, thank goodness. And I'm telling you right now, when I tell people, like, I've got friends from childhood, and I've got friends that I gained as during adulthood.
Yeah.
In that process, it's not too many that stayed consistent. So I'm very fortunate, of course, to see where we've both ended up, and for more growth for both of us. So truly appreciate again you taking
of
the
course,
time.
man. I'm glad to see you are where you are. Remember Unny TV from back in the day?
I need TV, man. Oh my God, that's just a fun little hobby that turned into something more great, and we're very fortunate to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've been rocking together for the longest time, and today, holy smokes, from helping with the family businesses and dry cleaning, and then doing your MBA program, as well as now working with some of the top corporations in the nation. We can't say any names because the name you told me over the break, I was like, oh, that's huge, man. But holy smokes, you're managing property taxes in this world where everybody's getting into real estate. Who, what, when, where, how, why, how, and did I say how? I gotta ask you a bunch of times. How were you able to manage getting to where you are today?
It's a blessing. First and foremost, got to thank God for everything. Family and friends were there. And everyone was very supportive, and just things happened just the way they were supposed to happen. No changing how life occurs. And then when the opportunities arise, you got to take them. So, I remember Adil Makwani, very intelligent guy. Me and him were in the master's program together. I think I graduated a semester before he did.
Okay.
But we had a class together as well, and we weren't expecting to run into each other. So it's like a small world, and somehow everyone is connected in one way or another,
Yeah, I feel you on that 100%, man. So I was doing some shows with him on radio before, and now brought him on the television, and you're here with us as well. You both were at the wedding, so thank you for making it to the wedding as well.
Absolutely.
I had a little tight knit gathering at the family home. So, but man, holy smokes, so much has happened. You've been in Houston your whole life, is that right?
Pretty much.
So
Born and raised.
there we go. So break it down. How did you go from in the dry cleaning industry to getting into the MBA mindset, and then eventually now working with some of the top corporations in the nation? Nation, it rhymes. I'm a rapper, everyone. But how was that process? Going up the government ladder in between.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was a process. Going back. We both had our struggles.
Yeah.
Just like everybody in this world. But kept the head high. Worked hard and did what we had to do. Family first, that's why they had to go and take care of the cleaners, also at the store as well before the cleaners,
Yeah.
Things weren't looking too well, but had to put family first. Couldn't take a selfish reason out. After that got settled, I was finishing up my master's during the whole time.
Yeah.
So interesting thing, there was a lady at my, one of our customers at the cleaners that came by and told me about working at the county.
Okay.
At the appraisal district, Harris County Appraisal District, one of the biggest in the state.
Okay.
And I just went to Glassdoor, looked at the reviews.
Yeah.
And when you read bad reviews, you're like, I don't think that's a place I want to work.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. So funny thing is, a year later, at one of the career fairs, there's HCAD.
Yeah.
And I just happened to go up to the recruiter there.
Yeah.
And inquire a little, because I was just like, okay, it's not a coincidence one of my customers had mentioned this place, and now I'm standing right in front of the recruiter.
Yeah.
So once I got my foot in the door there, it just opened my eyes to pretty much the whole real estate world,
Yeah.
and how the state of Texas is most dependent on property taxes, how
Okay.
everything works, you know?
Okay.
And then going into it, just learned so much.
I bet, because, Texas being one of the largest states, not the largest, I think California is first. I'm not sure size-wise, mass-wise, how much space we have out here.
Yeah, we got a good amount.
This is one of the largest places to own a property, I think, or available properties.
Yeah, and the best prices compared to California or other places, cost of living is a big deal as well.
Right.
And business is great in Texas compared to other states, so it's very lucrative,
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of real estate agents pop up left and right.
Yeah.
I'm talking, kids I saw growing up as kids. Now they're adults with facial hair and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now they're in real estate. So tell me
Yeah.
about that. Is it becoming too many people? Because you just recently got your license as
Yes.
well.
So my main trade is the property tax consultant.
Okay.
That's my professional.
Yeah.
Real estate just went hand in hand on it. Now,
Okay.
looking long term, it's more so I want to be able to build something that incorporates everything into one little one-stop shop,
Makes sense.
So if you need any property needs, hey, we could take care of you the whole 9 yards.
There you go.
And then working at the district, it just opened my eyes, and I'm like, okay, the counties, everybody's making money from the tax revenue.
Yeah.
How can I be able to help the individual save money on their taxes?
Right.
And that's when this whole corporate door opened up for me, and able to represent these commercial clients, the corporations, even down to the individual property owners, like solo homeowners,
Okay.
help them out, save some money. And that's where my passion really grew, knowing that I could be able to help people save money and do something that I love.
That's what's up.
And it's been a journey from beginning to end. First job was the UPS store. Now I'm a property tax consultant.
Whoa. So, that's not that bad. If you remember the
High
days.
school.
Yeah, high school, it's not bad. I remember when I moved back to Houston back in 2010 from Arizona.
Yeah.
I didn't have even UPS sounded like a cooler job than I was at Victoria's Secret, for goodness sakes.
That's the coolest job you can have, man. Come on.
When you need money, you got to do what you got to do, and that kind of sounds too close to what a stripper would say, by the way. So I don't even know if that's a terrible, like, I was young and dumb and I needed the money. Okay, but I was young and dumb and I needed the money. So Victoria's Secret came in the way. But UPS, so, so you went from UPS. I'm surprised you went to UPS, by the way.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
What can Brown do for you? Yeah.
What can Brown do for you? Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking if you went to the competitor, I'm like, why didn't you go to UPS? They're the brown guys, right? But okay, that's interesting. That's what's up. Like I said, during the interview, I want to play around a little bit and have some fun, because not only do I have friends, but like different guests that come in and so on. So I'm very happy to have two in one, right? A friend and a guest. So let's get right into it. Would you rather? And we like to play a little game of Would You Rather every episode. So let's get right into it. Would you rather be constantly tired no matter how much sleep you got, or constantly hungry no matter how much food you ate?
Oh my God. I think I'll go with the constantly tired. I don't want to walk around being constipated all day.
Wow. Oh, man. I feel like my life story is the latter, by the way. No matter how much I eat, I'm always hungry. I always battle the whole, weight thing. But yeah, I can see that. So,
You came a long way, man, from back in the day.
man, I'm scared it's a pendulum, because I went from like 230 or so to 160, and now I'm back at like 220. So I'm getting back up to the other end of the pendulum right there. But I got to get on whatever you're on. So you stayed fit throughout your life. So that's a really good thing for you, bro.
High metabolism, man.
Man, I always...
Blessed genes.
I want to use the H word, but I won't. Hate. I don't like to use the word hate. But yeah, I hate that. That's not fair. But that's cool. That's what's up. And we're talking a little bit about the transition just moments ago. Do you feel like it's a little too congested now, or do you think there's enough sun for everyone, like many people say?
Well, there's a lot of market saturation, that's for sure. But if you are good at what you do,
Okay.
it doesn't matter how many people are out there,
True.
right? Because they're looking for the best. And if you're the best, you could have 10,000 other people that do the same thing as you. But if you're the best at what you do, people are going to look to you rather than those other people that are out there.
Just like former President Trump's wife, former First Lady, be best. Right? That's what it was. Be best.
Be
was
the
her.
best.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, that makes sense. I came into Houston thinking I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a bigger audience immediately right off the bat, but I realize, it takes some time. So I see what you're saying.
Time and dedication.
Yeah, time and dedication, consistency around too. Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
That's what's up, man. So, back to the would you rathers. Would you rather become twice as strong when both your fingers are stuck in your ears, or crawl twice as fast than you can run?
Crawl twice as fast than I can run, or be the strongest I could be with.
When both your fingers are in your ear. So
What's
basically,
the point of
just have
being
it lower.
strong at that point? I can't do nothing.
Well, you can drop kick everybody. You can start kicking everybody.
That's a possibility. Just roundhouse kicking people.
Yeah. So what would you choose?
I would pick the crawl twice as fast as I
Crawl
can
twice
run.
as fast?
Yeah.
Is there a scenario in mind that you're thinking of right now that's got you to pick that one?
Man, in case I got to outrun like a cheetah or something, I don't think I'll make it, but still. But I just can't see my fingers in my ear and trying to be a strong man,
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Like, yeah, let's do it. And it's like, why is that guy with his fingers in his ear? What's going on over there, man?
You knock
He's crazy.
everybody
Don't
out.
mess with him. I mean, it's true, right? When you see somebody crazy, you try to take another,
Yeah.
If you see him crossing, you go across the street and walk the other path.
You'll wait to go out of your way.
So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So off the air, I mean, I should already know this because we've known each other for 2 decades or so. But I still like to ask everybody who comes on the show, about your life core values, because I feel like I want to know what makes you tick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of broke it down. And your first one, first and foremost, which there was a time where I would be surprised, but now I'm like, all right, I get it. How has your journey been impacted by your faith?
Oh, it's been impacted drastically because, there was a point in time where I just questioned everything, including God himself.
Right.
So when you live in life, a lot of things happen throughout life, and when you don't really pay attention to them, you pass them by as a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that happened. It's a coincidence.
Right.
And then something else happens. Oh, that's a coincidence as well. And then it happens again, and then you're like, this can't be a coincidence.
Right.
And then it's like there's something bigger, higher out there. Because there's always times where you believe you have the whole situation under control, only to have that situation fall apart. Yeah, just in a matter of seconds.
Snap
or
of a
whatever.
finger.
Yeah. And you have to take a little step back and just analyze everything, because everything happens for a good cause. We just don't understand it at the moment because it didn't go our way.
Yeah, or we're too close to the puzzle piece to understand the big puzzle.
And God is a big factor in my life because it's because of his blessings that I'm here today. Thank God for that. Just being able to speak with you and be on the show, it's a blessing.
That's what's up.
And just to be in the position that I am today from where I was 10, 15 years ago.
Real
right?
talk. Yeah.
Like right after college.
Mhm.
Because I didn't graduate in the normal time frame. I had to go to work for the store and the cleaners to help out at home.
Yeah.
So working 12 plus hours a day and going to college is not,
It's no walk in the park, I tell you what.
It gave me everything that I needed for it. So that's why he's number one on my list.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's real talk right there. And we'll ask you a little quick funny question. We'll take a little break as well. So,
Okay.
Would you rather have everything you draw become real in this world that we live in, but be permanently terrible at drawing? So you're just like terrible at drawing, right? Or would you rather be able to fly, but only as fast as you can walk?
Oh, man. I think I'll take the fly as fast as I can walk. 'Cause
Really?
I'm a terrible drawer as it is. And if I get any terrible than what I'm already at, it's going to be horrible. Nothing that I draw is going to be what I want to draw.
Or it might be like a Monet or a Picasso or something. Because if you're bad, and this would you rather makes it worse. What if you're like take the number system, right? A negative times a negative is a
Positive.
yeah. So what if you automatically become a genius like that too? You never know.
But then it comes to life.
Okay, then that's dangerous. Then you can create Godzilla and King Kong. By the way, Godzilla and King Kong movie, I don't understand what's going on with that, because Godzilla is supposed to be this huge mythical creature, like huge, and King Kong's supposed to be like a pretty large,
It should be like
animal.
Batman versus Superman, but they're going to play it out. Superman should have destroyed Batman in an instant.
You remember the ending of that? Like, your mom's name is? My mom's name is? we're best friends now. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Both of your mothers are the same name, and that's how you stop a war between two of the largest
Exactly.
franchises in the history of comics?
Let's see if King Kong and Godzilla have anything like that. They should have said.
You like destroying cities? I like destroying countries. We're over there. Okay,
We should
well.
partner up. Let's do it.
There you go. That's what's up, man. King Kong. And see, I tell people all the time I'm kind of nerdy and geeky here and there. No one believes me because you're wearing a suit. You can't be a nerd. I'm like, yeah, I've seen a lot of suited nerds and geeks. Let's take a little short break. All right, let's take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna have more with my dear friend and Houston-based property tax management company consultant here, Hussain Ali. When we come back from the short break, sit tight, sit tight, sit tight. It's gonna be a fun one.
Light up your new year with a top-rated luxury SUV from Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 XT4 Luxury Collection for $319 a month, the new 2021 XT5 Luxury Collection for $399 a month, or the new 2021 XT6 Luxury Collection for $459 a month. All for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
59 और वेस्ट बेलफोर्ड पर है नुक्कड़ ढाबा, जहां के मशहूर जमाना बॉम्बे तंदूरी चिकन, पहाड़ी बोटी, चिकन चटपटा और बटर चिकन तो आप जानते ही होंगे। अगर आप बॉम्बे चाइनीज खाना पसंद करते हैं तो जरूर उनके चिकन लॉलीपॉप और चिकन चिली ट्राई करिएगा। और एनटीवी ह्यूस्टन का नाम लेने पर स्पेशल है $99 में कॉर्न सूप। सुबह 8 से लेकर रात के 2 बजे तक नुक्कड़ ढाबा आपकी खिदमत के लिए खुला होता है। For takeout and other inquiries, call 281-575-1178 at the corner of West Belfort and 59. Nukkad Dhaba.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Welcome back to Late Night Vibes with Anil Sohani here on NTV Houston. Thank you so much for joining us. The final segment of the night. That's right, it's going down Sunday Fun Day as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, no introduction necessary, but maybe if you missed the first 2 segments. We have my dear childhood friend to adulthood friend. I mean, every time I got to mention it, from childhood to adulthood, we've been consistently friends, and it's exciting to always introduce them that way. Some of the top corporations in the nation get their taxes done, or property taxes done, with my dear friend here who is a property tax consultant, Hussain Ali. Welcome back. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
It's going down, man. So, I know you got a lot of stuff going on. And Sunday night, I know it's been a wild ride. This 2021 just began. We're in the final final weekend of January. Can you believe this month went by so fast?
This whole month, let alone all of last year, just blew by.
Right?
Yeah. Can't even imagine what's going to happen later on in this year.
Oh, man, I hope, first and foremost, that the whole pandemic thing kind of winds down.
Oh, yeah.
And big shout out to all the healthcare workers and first line folks out there doing it big and saving everybody they can in this nation. So tell me about your family and friends and their involvement in your trek in life from personal to professional.
Oh, man. So you know how big my family is, right?
Huge.
Yeah, 4 sisters and an older brother as well, and I'm the youngest.
Wow, okay.
And on top of that, just added a nephew about a year and a few months ago. So
hey, happy belated congratulations.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the cutoff, by the way, for belated?
3 nieces and 5 nephews, so a pretty big family, including mom and dad.
Wow.
And then all my brother-in-laws and sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So just them being so supportive, right? Like, one thing about our family is we grew up together.
Yeah.
We supported the household together.
Right.
Whenever it was time for someone to step up to the plate due to age or whatever part of life they're at, they were supposed to step up and help the family out.
Yeah.
And that's how we did it. So that's how I continue to still try to incorporate things and help family out. It's very, very fundamental in life. And they've just been there for me, you know, through mistakes made, through successes, through everything, and have just been supportive of the choices that I made to try to advance myself, you know? And friends as well. Friends have been an inspiration to me. Like, look at you yourself, you know?
Well, what are you talking about, man? I'm not even wearing. I'm not wearing pants. I'm joking, right? No, they can't see that I'm joking. I'm wearing pants.
I remember your first broadcast on Uni TV. You know, you were interviewing your employee, Marcos. And then every time a customer walk in, you know, like, and then now look where you are. It's no longer this little microphone that you bought, you know.
Now I got one that clips on.
Now you got one that clips on, and a nice studio, everything, you know. So please. Like, all my friends have been hard workers. We've all been through our struggles, you know, and everyone's been strong for their family.
Real talk.
And that's where it comes down to. And you know me, I got a tight-knit group of friends that it's been day one.
Yeah.
You know, like
100%.
Since REC.
Yeah.
So
religious education class, like Sunday school, Saturday school for people who aren't sure about
yeah,
REC.
and it's, you know, and our community is so great that it's like we actually got to keep in touch with everybody that we grew up with.
True. Do you feel like the way we were able to keep up is because of the fact that we graduated in high school around the time where Facebook and all these other platforms were starting to come out? Because before Facebook, there was like MySpace and Friendster, and if you recall those days.
Let alone not even those apps. Having a cell phone that was, you know, a smartphone.
Yeah.
You remember the time when we were looking for that street race back in the day? It was, I think, in high school. It was summertime and probably like 2 a.m.
I think we got to give them a background. So Houston is very lucrative in everything you ever want to get yourself into, from exotic cars to even some, you know, not so legal activities such as illegal street racing. If you want to race, take it to the track. But 15 years ago or so, I think it was, we were young and dumb and running around the city.
We just wanted to see like some Fast and Furious type street race, you know, and we were pretty stoked, but we couldn't find the place because we didn't have a smartphone, let alone navigation.
No
right?
GPS. Who prints out, like, you know, MapQuest directions to us illegal street race activities here? Come on, no one does that. So.
And then you ended up snitching out the street race when you went inside the gas station.
By
the cop
accident. By accident. So how did that happen again? Because I have a vague memory about it. All I remember is we ended up going to Denny's for dinner because I always like to remember the dinners.
So Anil goes in there and asks the cashier the address to a prominent street where street racing happens. And there's a police officer just next to him. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he cues in. And then we get a phone call later on saying that, hey, it's been busted. Just go meet us at Denny's. And we never even made it to the meet.
We never made it to the illegal place, so we didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah, we never made it.
We were being young and dumb and trying to figure out to do something, you know, get in some trouble. So.
And we were in high school at that time.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. High schoolers just being high schoolers, I guess. And
so, like, back at the tight-knit group of friends, you know, but they've all been an inspiration in one way or another.
Yeah, real talk. And I got to tell you, you have inspired me in many ways as well. Like, you know, when you took the reins and went off and did something, you know, for the betterment of your family and taking on, you know, like I said, that role as an adult in the household. That's, you know, you inspired me in many ways as well. So I want to congratulate you once again. I'm going to probably do it throughout the show, but
Thanks,
know,
man.
it's you're doing good things. So let's keep it going with that, man. That's what's up. Let's have some fun. Like I said, would you rather is back in the house. That's right. What's going on here? Would you rather? And this is kind of a little graphic. So parental discretion is advised. No, I'm joking. Would you rather, we've had some worse ones than this one, okay, I promise. Would you rather vomit uncontrollably for 1 minute every time you hear the happy birthday song, or get a headache that lasts the rest of the day every time you see a bird?
Oh man, that's not even a fair question to ask me. I suffer from migraines every now and then. I do both.
What?
We'll go with the happy birthday.
The happy birthday song? So every time you're in what if you're in a restaurant and you hear a table over, happy birthday, then you're like, oh my God, get out of the way, I have to vomit.
What was the one with the bird again?
Or get a headache for the rest of the day when you see even just a picture or a real bird.
Oh man, that's a lose-lose situation in all cases. I don't know. I'll do a coin flip on that one.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I probably would do the the bird one. I don't know, because I feel like, no, you know what? I'd probably do the happy birthday one, but I'll just bring an extra bag with me, like a vomit bag, just to wish them, hey, happy birthday, and just quickly run away and just like throw up uncontrollably.
Hey, here's your present.
Oh my God, that would be the worst.
Yeah, because you're gonna run into a bird sooner or later throughout the day.
True, unless I avert my eyes the whole time. Every time I leave the studio, just like look down.
Even if you hear them.
No, hearing them is, it's fine. You
Okay.
hear them like, oh, the bird's here. Look down the whole time. I get to my car real quick. Don't even look at like signal lights. Just hope for other cars to drive so you can see that it's green. So just start driving with them so you don't even look up and accidentally see a bird on the signal light. You know?
Yeah, I'll go with happy birthday.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So next time, if you ever want to invite Hussain to a birthday party, make sure there is a vomit bag. Let's see what's going on. You know, and I'm a storyteller, right? So we grew up telling each other goofy stories, and like you shared that one right there, which was spot on, amazing. And you know, so are some of the guests that have sat in the seat that you're sitting in now. And one we had a couple weeks ago, Mr. Alan Ames. He's the one who I showed you. He had the platinum plaque with him as well.
Oh yeah.
And one thing you and Alan had in common is both of you listed out one particular life lesson or life value, and I hadn't seen any other guests do that. And that same one was, of course, compassion, right? So, you know, how do you incorporate compassion in your life?
Well, you incorporate it one way is you got to treat everybody like you want to be treated, right? And some people, they get knocked down. It doesn't mean you knock them down even further when they're knocked down, right? You got to be compassionate to the situation at hand as well. And when you're wrong, you got to be able to admit it. So compassion comes with a lot of things. It's just how you treat others, you know, and how you go about living your life in a manner that's compassionate, beneficial, and progressive. So it's a very vague little, you know, word when you say it.
Yeah.
Because it could be applied to so many different things.
True.
And in my life, the way just yesterday night, there was a spider on the wall.
Okay.
And it was a tiny little spider.
Yeah.
And my mom sees it. She's like, "Is that a spider?" I was like, I go up there and I'm like, "Yeah, that is a spider."
Yeah.
She's like, "What should we do?"
He just asked you flat out, what should we do about this spider?
It's like, what should we do about this spider? Of course, we could try to let it out, but if we let it out, maybe 2-3 more spiders will, pounce on it or other bugs. So I was just like, let it be.
Wow.
Because it's either that or you're going to kill it.
Yeah.
And I mean, compassion goes down to even that type of,
that level
minuscule
of like,
level.
Yeah.
Like when you're just like, no, I'm not going to kill this bug because who am I to kill this?
I'm compassionate.
Yeah. So yeah, compassion, I mean, it encompasses a lot of things, but just for the betterment of humanity, that kind of compassion.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, thank you for sharing that, by the way, because that's very articulately put. I can't even articulate the word articulate. That's how amazing it was, right? So, fun questions, of course. Would you rather is back in the house. Would you rather everyone be required to wear identical silver jumpsuits, just like the future, a lot of the shows and movies show, or anytime two people meet and are wearing identical article of clothing, they have to fight to the death?
And at that point, everyone might just walk around naked. Let's go with... But then wearing jumpsuits ain't no fun.
Right? Everyone's wearing silver
wearing
jumpsuits.
The same, it's like cat in a hat.
Yeah.
Let's go to the fight with the death. Fight till the death.
Fight till the death?
Yeah. Sounds interesting.
I feel like that kind of already happens in this day and age. When I say that, I mean to say, no offense to women in any way, shape, or form, right? I'm pro-feminism and everything. But whenever I've seen this happen, not with my wife, but previous significant others, relationships in the past, every time we go to a lounge or a club or a restaurant or anywhere, even a party, and if my significant other at that time is wearing the same thing as someone else, she's like, I cannot believe this. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, don't look. But behind me, there's a woman wearing the same thing as me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So what? She's like, and then when they'll pass each other by, it looks good, oh my God. And then when they walk away, they're just like, she's dead to me or something. Whereas guys, at least for me, whenever I see somebody with the same thing from far away, hey man, you got a nice eye right there for your, clothing. They're like, thanks so much. You look good too,
Especially when we went to Jamaica, hey, nice express shirt you got there.
Oh my God.
There's like 20
Yeah.
other people in the same room with the same shirt.
Yeah, so our prayer hall was like a big deal with everybody wearing the same brands and stuff. So I thought it was very interesting to see that. But yeah,
But the guys were cool with it. We didn't.
right?
It's like, yeah, nice shirt, man.
Like we make it look good. So I just wish everybody had that same, logic in their head to just compliment each other and not turn it into some sort of like, a red carpet experience where who wore it best is
So
the-
imagine what would happen if anytime a woman saw another woman wearing the same dress, they fought till the death.
Oh my goodness, that would be high heels and earrings everywhere. It would be just crazy. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So let's see what's going on here. Got more questions for you. I have yet to have a guest mention nature as a life value. Right? Nature. What does nature mean to you on a daily basis?
Well, nature is pretty much everything outside of this building.
Sure. Okay.
All right, anything that we haven't constructed or paved over, or the natural balance of the environment.
Okay.
Basically, we're inhabiting this, planet,
Yeah.
and we got to take care of it. So it's like a core value. I see people that'll just throw their trash out with no regards. Oh, somebody will pick it up.
In Texas?
In Texas.
Whatever
Even
happened
Don't
to
mess with Texas.
Yeah, what happened to Don't Mess with Texas? That was a thing. Don't mess with Texas. And it'll be on signs with trash cans, and there's trash everywhere around it. How'd you miss that?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But it also goes along the lines of, just playing your fair share
Yeah.
with nature. We all have roles, although the technological world is a lot different than what it would be out in,
Yeah.
trying to survive back in like 200-300 years. We're living in a completely different world.
Yeah. This is
And a lot of people, although there's a lot of green movement going on,
true. Yes.
I don't think it's nearly enough for the damage that's already been done or occurring.
Yeah.
And it all starts with the individual. So we got to look after our own actions,
True.
and then the overall actions will be better,
True.
instead of trying to change what other people are doing versus, so like, if you got trash in your car, wait till you pull up to the gas station to throw it out. Or, like, take care of nature, because this is what we got. This is where we live. This is our home.
Just like that starting with the Man in the Mirror song with MJ, Michael Jackson, rest in peace. And Lil Wayne did a song as well with Bruno Mars. Got to start with a mirror on the wall or whatever. It's like you got to start with the person in the mirror first, before you start judging others, and just take care of yourself first, I think. And I'm sure that things will fall into place. But yeah, you're right.
So another thing with nature is it goes hand in hand with my number one pick, which is God, because who created all this.
Ah, okay. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, the creator. There we go. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let's see what's going on here. Another would you rather. Would you rather have to pass gas loudly every time you have a serious conversation, or have to burp after every time you kiss?
Oh, wow. So let me tell you a story real quick. A buddy of mine at his cell phone store, he was taking care of a customer.
Okay.
And he's an old school guy, like born in India, not.
He's from
doesn't
the
really
country.
care.
He's from the old country, yeah.
So he's having his conversation with his customer, and out of nowhere, he just lets one go.
He just rips it.
He just rips it.
My goodness.
And you should see the customer's face. It's just like, did you really just do that?
Wow.
So after she walks out, he goes by and he's like, yo, did you see the look on her face? He's like, it was the funniest
He
thing.
did it on purpose?
Yeah.
He wanted her to leave?
I don't know what it was, but he did it.
Wow, that's next level customer service. That's like trying to get you to get where you need to go faster by letting out gas so you run away. Next level.
So I would, I don't know, I just pass gas loudly.
Pass glass. So let's just say we start the interview. Welcome, this is Hussain, and as you hear like, oh my God, that would have been hilarious, hilariously terrible, hilarious. There you go. That's what's up, man. So the last question I want to ask, that's a serious one before the funny ones. Truth, right? Truth. Another life value never mentioned before you, from any guest on the show. I gotta ask, man. In what ways does this life value of truth show up in your life on a daily basis?
Well, truth, and it goes back to the previous conversations that we had, I just ask questions to find answers, try to find the truth. So that's something that a lot of people have forgotten. You know, we're living this world, but why are we here? Right? We had a conversation about The Matrix, the movie.
Yes.
I think it was yesterday.
Right.
And it was like, man, sometimes it just feels like we're plugged into the Matrix. Like,
Yeah.
what are we really doing here, right? And what is this conversation about, or why am I going to work in the morning?
Right.
You know, besides having to pay your bills and all that, like, what is my existence for?
Right.
Right? And that's the truth that I try to seek. And then with that, you got to also live a truthful life.
Yeah.
Right? Be honest in your own life. Be honest to the people around you.
That's what's up.
And it's a very big core value for me, because remember when it says when you lie once, you have to lie multiple times to try to cover up that first lie that you even said. So if you start with the truth, there's nothing to cover up, or there's nothing to fear.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Because that's the truth. Whether they want to believe it or not, it's up to them.
That's
right?
what's up.
And it's more so along the lines of compassion about how it could be applied to certain things.
Yeah.
So for me, it's more esoteric.
And esoteric and exoteric. I see what's up. So reading between the lines and kind of understanding.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Because it goes back to seeing those coincidences and being like, oh, it's just a coincidence. And then you're like, no, there's a meaning behind this, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
When you see that stock ticker symbol just keep on popping up, you know? It might be a sign to buy.
Yeah, right? Or sell if you have it and it's like going down.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Vice versa. Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, that's one last funny question and we can wrap up. Would you rather live in a cave for a year or live in a treehouse for a year?
Oh, treehouse all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid, you know, I always wanted a treehouse, but never came to fruition.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And have you seen some of those nice tree houses out there?
No, I just grew up watching The Simpsons, so I always looked at Bart's treehouse, and I'm like, I always wanted that kind of cool treehouse.
Yeah, that was a cool tree house too.
Yeah.
Those are the tree houses we wanted when we were children. Like, yeah, we're gonna build that on that tree right there, and you make a little floor plan of how you're gonna do it, a blueprint, and show it to your parents, and they're like, "Get your dumb ass, like, get out of here."
I would have assumed, and I shouldn't assume, because to assume is to make out of you and me. You would have chose cave because the prophet was in the cave or something, and you mentioned the spider earlier. I'm like, the spider saved the prophet from being in the cave. I don't know. I was thinking something about that or something for a second.
That thought didn't cross my mind at all.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I lost track of time. It's been a fun time having you on here. I'm gonna give you your time to shine. Speak to America. Tell them what's going on with Tax Recourse LLC.
Hey, just wanted to take the time out. We are in Texas. Property tax valuations are coming up. Also, the bills are coming up as well. They're due January 31st. We have a protest deadline coming up May 15th. Make sure you have your protest submitted. And the renditions for personal property, April 15th, make sure those are submitted. And if you do need help, please call us at Tax Recourse. We represent a variety of properties, both real and personal, and we can help you save money on your property tax bills come end of the year. And if you need any help with real estate, buying or selling a home, you could reach me at 713-505-6806. And just give me a shout out. I'll be happy to help you in any means necessary.
You heard it first here on LNV on NTVH. I want to thank my amazing guest and my dear friend, longtime brother Hussain, for coming through and making this conversation, this interview happen. And learned so much about taxes, property taxes, and real estate today. So more to come, of course, in the coming weeks. And I truly appreciate you taking the time to come through once again. And everybody out there watching, appreciate you guys taking the time out. And we'll see you next week here on Late Night Vibes with Anil Suhani here on NTV Houston. Cheers, H-Town to our stadium.